Hey guys, Francine Abigail here, and I just downloaded Doki Literature Club because why not? Actually, I never played this game before, and I'm completely nervous. Because they say it's horror, psychological horror or something, and it started as cute and like a dating game, and then it slowly gets messy. So out of curiosity, I downloaded it. Here, if we can see my my file manager, I just freshly downloaded it. So yeah, I guess let's start. So wait, hold on. This game is not suitable for children and who are easily disturbed. Okay, let's start. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warning, then the warning website. I'm not sure if I should start this game or what. But here goes nothing. By playing Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent your exposure of highly disturbing content. Highly disturbing. Well, I'm already 22 if you don't know, guys. So oh my god, I agree. Oh my god. It's starting! This game is not super suitable for children or who those easily disturbed. Oh my god. Okay, here goes nothing. Please enter your name. I'll just name. Wait. The main character is a guy. So we need to name him as a guy. Oh no. Let's look for some inspiration. So as you can see, my background is Danful and Final Fantasy. I can't just name them Dan or Phil. Maybe Cloud or Sephiroth or Zach. Okay, let's name him Zach. Okay. Oh no, it's happening. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Okay. You know that kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Wow, rude. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh my god. Okay, I should do this voice. I overslept again. Okay, I should read it on my normal voice. But I caught you this time. Maybe I should, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Oh, it's my main character talking. And you'd say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Zach. Yeah, that's so mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something. Ouch. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the street becomes increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Zach, have you decided to join the have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you I'm already not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Yeah, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the advantage of spending my free time on games and anime. What a weeb! I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Ouch. Me. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. What's NEET? In a few years, because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she doesn't exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with anime club. What a weeb. Hello! Sayori? Sayori must have come into classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and then realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch up coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. That's so mean. It's so awkward to do that voice. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help us start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. In real life, I really like literature. I like writing fan fiction, poetry, and I like reading as well. Sometimes if I'm so bored, one whole book, I can finish it in one day, just like Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell and Eleanor and Park and Hunger Games. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Obviously she likes you. Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hehe. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! Okay. And that's the... Okay, I'm scared because it's so quiet. This is the scary part. And thus the day marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Mood. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit because being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings opens the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. A glass around the room. Well, welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Zach, what a surprise. Welcome to the club. Oh my god. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What a perv. Sorry. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. I like this character. Sorry. Natsuki. the girl with the sour attitude, who's apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably first year. Rude. Some people thought I'm also first year because of my height, my size, except the size. And actually I'm already third year this year. She's also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can't just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet you both of you. And sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Zach. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little what? You too, Monica. Come sit down, Zach. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I just got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few decks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the counter of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Tada! Whoa! Natsuki lifts a foil of the tray and reveals a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little Kit Kats. Oh, I wish they have a picture of it. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate used as to make ears. Oh, so cute. I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Hehe, well, just hurry and take one. Why does she have a little tooth here? Is she a cat? Sorry grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. Oh my god, I wish I could taste them. It's delicious. Sayori talked with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turned the cupcake around my fingers, looking the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. We'll keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri just trying to impress you. This is a startled Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what makes you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm impressed. How come you decided just to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any major club. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special of it. And if it could encourage others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there are more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it in that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all of the efforts to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Literature is awesome, to be honest. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Zach, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read this past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Ooh, she's also weeb. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obviously by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. That's me. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ugh. Is this a scary part start? In my case, I don't really read horror because I'm too scaredy cat. Yeah, I'm too coward. And that's why I don't know why I installed this in the first place. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't expect that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Same. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darts over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap of paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were looking on a poem called... Don't say that loud! And give it back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Well, true, she is cute. Sawyer sides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. With that kind of face. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. Me. No, I'm not a confident writer. In the case, if you want to see my works, my fanfiction, go check them out in Wattpad. The link is in the description. Yeah. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing that takes more than just confidence. Same, yes, true. And it's hard to share a piece of writing that is not that's not interesting, but it's hard to share a work That is, you don't have. For example, I write fan fiction about Dan and Phil, and then I'm going to share it to a lot of people. Not all people will read it because not all people are fan of Dan and Phil. So my confidence sometimes is getting lower. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. True. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. That's true. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki to feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aww, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Zach? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there is still one problem. What is that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with a dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought, Zach, I am defenseless against the whiskers. Ew, that's what I hate about boys. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's all like this? Oh my god, what a simp. That's it. If writing poems is the price that I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really didn't scare me for a moment. If you just came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. That's what they call it and run. Then that makes it official. Well, welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with all that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring them to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Zach, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehe. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Ouch! I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Hey Zach, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Oh my god, they're all scary, like they're staring at your soul. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. What a simp. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure a good fortune will find me. And I guess this starts writing a poem tonight. Okay. Okay, this is the part we're going to write a poem. But where's Monica? Pick words that your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. I don't know who is my favorite. Maybe Natsuki. Okay. So, Yuri likes horror and books and deep things. Natsuki likes cute, and Sayori likes happiness. So I'll go for Natsuki. Marshmallow. Oh my god, she jumps. I think she's happy. What's fickle? Fickle? Oh no. Starscape. No, Yuri again. Mouse. Kitty. Heart. Sunny. Imagination. Heart. Let's go for heart. Oh no. Play. Oh no. You're like fantasy, right? Lipstick. Okay. Charm? Let's go for charm. No! Candy. Giggle. Bubbles. Cuvette? What's cuvette? Sing. Oh no! Bunny. Fluffy. Childhood is obviously Sayori. Ribbon. Boop. Sugar. Strawberry. Anime. Okay. Hi again, Zach. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. That's good for a guy to keep his word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. At this point, I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promises, Zach. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into the literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if your plan is just to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! You're so cute. Simply defeated, Natsuki plows back into her seat. Don't worry guys, Zack always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy and distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, are you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Zach can become good friends too? Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something to date, you know. Wait, Sayori. Yeah, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really not. What is it? Never mind. Sarah made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you didn't want to be it. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so you should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute, simp? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everybody's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. So that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face already buried in a book. I can't help notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ah! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right, weebs? Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up some point. Besides, it's kinda written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lot of lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I put it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatched it out from my hand. Then she turns a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing the box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, if you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Zach. Consider this as a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. True. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Perfect Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shows the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire skirting animated feminine poses. That's like Sailor Moon. And it's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Ooh, she's blushing. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. She's a tsundere. Tsundere? Yeah, tsundere. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. We open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typically a slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these things since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You'd think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of beginnings is wait, what? Let's check the history. What she said. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of simple beginning is about simple things. Okay. Return. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy with an ice cream shot. But that just helps you get to know the characters. Oh, that's true. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen, that really makes it good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. She's so cute when she smiles. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just mean that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like about baking. This is just a guess, but there is a lot of baking in this manga. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like, I would ever get into anything because it is in manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all of the hobbies to pick up from manga that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it. So who am I judging? Who am I to judge? Oh my god, she's so cute. We read on for a few minutes. I've finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Know what I mean? You don't? Oh, she's blushing. I really like the little teeth here. She looks like a cat. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't share your manga with your friends? You could not rub it in? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you haven't grown out that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. That's true because, honestly, I get bullied because of my fandoms. Like in school, one of my classmates bullied me when they saw me having a picture of Dan and Phil in a hole, like what you see in the background. And she said, you treat them like they're gods. They will never notice you in some ways. And it's hard to bring up the things you like to person without them judging you. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But is it probably harder for someone like you? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it's paid off at the end, did it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Hahaha. Geez, that's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Oh, she's so cute. Hahaha. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkled with excitement. It's a start that contrasts to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words that you're feeling what you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. Then the thought of makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all? Oh, here it is. Are you all ready with today's poem? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly noticed how she's gotten into me. She hastily slid herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Ah, yeah, but Monica just said, don't be a dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I said that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if we didn't take it at home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow. I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alrighty then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write the poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I could really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everybody's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. What? On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh, so we're gonna choose who are we going to read the poem first. Let's start to Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed more eager to read my poem and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi Zach! Having a good time so far? Ah yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. True, that's literally me. Anyways, want to share your poems with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Hahaha. Don't worry, Zach. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of a barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Zach. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected because I picked all the cute things for Natsuki. Hahaha. Oh jeez. No! This kind of makes me think of something of Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take as a compliment. Hahaha. Maybe say so. Yep. By any chance would you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Who's that? Maybe I should Google that later. Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories just in a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meanings through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't forget to force yourself to write the way everyone else wants to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Haha, haha. Anyways, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not to be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay. Click the outside poem area to continue. Okay. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know, but I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out of the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking it. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Is this a fourth wall breaking? Because this part, and he on the other side was looking in. It means like me, the character was looking on the computer screen, and I'm playing here as a guy. And in this part, I was looking out. She was looking outside the window, which is the computer itself is windows. She was looking here. Okay, maybe it did. That's just my thought. Okay, click outside the poem area to continue. So, what do you think? It's very free form. It's not free form, free verse. If that's what they call it. Sorry, I'm not really a right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That's a lot of poems have been putting into emphasis of timing between words and line. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but I guess you could say that I'm kind of an epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to getting something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen in the same spot for so long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and just go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thank you for listening. Let's go for Sayori. This is a good poem, Zach. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. Oh my god, that's so okay. It's not that good. Am I kind of a guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy. I'm really happy just you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Zach. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for the other people. That's something that only really good people do. Think Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees a full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason why I joined. Knowing how much this means to her at all. Yeah, I'm gonna make you sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds this morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. What? Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. What? So, Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. What a slacker. Well, at least that makes me feel better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I'll get cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Let's go to Yuri. She's secret is judging you. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passed, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. And I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but to notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there is a specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Did you just call me a newbie? And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Oh. Once Yuri finds her train of thoughts, it's, it's as her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and sounds like she's an expert. Of course, that's something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Geez, this is so many we're reading. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts to process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Oh, I like her handwriting. Goes under the light. The trend drills of my hair illuminates beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlights to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by a sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. All of them are free verse. Nothing is just like there's a pattern of rhyming words. But I like her handwriting though. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Actually, it's so beautiful. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. True, that's so pretty. Yeah? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not long. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Haha. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Zach. Really? I must totally miss the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot of solemn putting in that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. And last, Natsuki. Oh, she's shocked. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. But she's blushing. First of all, Natsuki reads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Eh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how you said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to keep you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours is really bad. You were not supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me, haha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you like it? That's a retort and gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I really told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you yourself important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it is a win or a lose that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can sing, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Great poetry! Yeah? But I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point that of poems of people express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things but can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice things about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, don't you? I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It was as if everyone is judging me from my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes landed on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchanged sheets of paper and sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watched each of their expression change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiled sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have tried to that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who is actually like it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Zach did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. Oh, they're already fighting. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a lot of time establishing my writing style. I do expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Zach liked my poem too, you know. Does it matter if I like it or not? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki, oh, the music stopped. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't really realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Oh, they're fighting. Maybe you're just jealous that Zach appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? And that full of yourself? I know. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't one. Oh my god, boobs. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Zach started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. Oh my god. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Zach. Oh my god, my battery is getting low. Last game, she tried to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she couldn't get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing, it's more effective. This wouldn't happen in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Zach. Wait! There's a reason why we have too many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Zach? Oh my god, pressure. Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I'll agree with, they'll probably think I had more highly of me. So of course it's going to be so I won't be biased, so I'll choose Sayori. Natsuki glares at me, drying up my words in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting. It's making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you're making your friends feel like this? Zach, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. Isn't fair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, and this Sayori wants to tell Yuri with the stuck up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that makes her obsessed in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Oh, and then the music stopped. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are waterproof people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poem. They're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone is so talented. So why fighting? True. Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Is the boobs really matter? Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come up as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing to me. Hahaha. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You can say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take a good care of her, okay? I wouldn't hate her to get herself hurt. That makes the two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiled sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of what she says. Even if only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. How about you, Zach? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing to those I want to impress. I know myself with newfound determination. Zach, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much of time together. I can't really say I'm enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, Zach, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me feel the happiest. And think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still haven't caught into the worst of the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and said more to myself than her, but it is silly to use Sayori as internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Oh, so I guess I have to stop here, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm so sorry if I ramble so much and can't speak properly. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!